From Anonymous. I had to sleep with my boss's wife to get a promotion. For as long as I can remember, I have always wanted to be a senior partner at the law firm where I was working. I had just completed my studies, and I was still very young and willing to do whatever it took to climb the ladder. In all fairness, I did work very hard and climbed up the ranks quickly, according to the normal standards. My boss used to always tell me that I was destined for big and great things. One afternoon, my boss walked into my office and congratulated me on winning a case that earned the company a lot more money than anyone in my position had ever achieved. He was so excited, and so was I. He invited me over for dinner to discuss my future over a bottle of wine and some good food that his wife would prepare for us. This got me excited, and I couldn't wait to hear what was on his mind. I arrived at his home 15 minutes before the agreed time. I rang the doorbell, and his wife came to invite me in. The first thing I noticed about her was that she was much younger than my boss, who was in his 70s, while she seemed to be in her late 40s. She looked amazing for her age, taking good care of her appearance. She had a slim waist, toned arms and legs, and a firm butt. Her skin glowed, and she had a bright smile that made her look younger than her age. She wore comfortable and flattering clothes that suited her style and personality. She later told me that she went to the gym every day, doing a variety of exercises such as cardio, strength training, yoga, and Pilates. In my opinion, this was really doing wonders for her. I don't recall the specifics of what my boss and I spoke about that night. I was so overwhelmed by my boss's wife sitting across from me at the dinner table. I just remember smiling and giggling to myself every time she looked in my direction. I also remember one time when my boss caught me staring at his wife. He didn't say anything about it, but I felt embarrassed. Soon after, the dinner was over, and my boss told me we would continue our conversation at the office the next day. Early the next morning, my boss called me to his office. We exchanged pleasantries, and then he asked me, "What did you think of my wife?" That question caught me off guard, but I told him she seemed pleasant, and he was a lucky man to have her. His next question was just as tricky to answer. He asked, "Are you really sure that you are willing to do anything to become my business partner?" I stumbled on my words and told him, "Yes, I am willing to do whatever it takes." He smiled and nodded, and then he told me there was only one thing he needed from me before I could be his business partner. He went on to explain that, due to his age, he struggled to perform in bed and didn't have the energy to keep up with his wife anymore. He said they had an arrangement where she could be with another man, but only if he was the one who found her the man. I couldn't believe my ears, and I quickly and firmly said, "This is a one-time offer. I will never ask for it again. You can be my business partner, but only if I agree to sleep with your wife one weekend every month, and that is not negotiable." He gave me only 10 minutes to decide if I truly was willing to do anything to become his business partner. It was one of the hardest decisions I have ever had to make. It's been a year since that happened. All I can say is I am now a business partner at one of the biggest law firms in the country, and I am enjoying everything about my role, and not forgetting the amazing getaway weekends once a month with a very sexy lady in her 40s.